Welcome dear viewers, you're still watching us on ERi-TV, presenting the domestic and international newspaper for this session, live from our headquarters in Asmara. I'm Hermela Grimay, inviting you to join us on our tonight's news broadcast. Let's start with the major headlines. Commissioner of Culture and Sports visits. Asmara School of Assistant Nurses graduates 348 students. Prime Minister Viktor Orban claims no Ukraine in European Union without Budapest's approval. And Iran and Saudi Arabia stress strong support for Syria's territorial integrity amid Israel aggression. In our detailed domestic news, Ambassador Zemede Takhle, Commissioner of Culture and Sports, visited the recently discovered ancient relic in Egremachel Ibn Haili subzone on 2nd May and held discussions with concerned bodies. Ambassador Zemede was accompanied by the governor of the southern region and other regional officials and was provided a briefing by experts regarding the nature and progress of the discovery. Noting that ancient relics should remain at their place of origin to enable through research and collection of complete information, Ambassador Zemede called on all citizens to preserve heritage items, especially in areas where development programs are being implemented. Dr. Tsagay Medin, head of archaeological research at the Commission of Culture and Sports, said that the human remains and their burial style are unique compared to findings from other areas and that further study is required to determine their age. Mr. Habta Abtesfatsion, governor of the southern region, expressed the readiness of the regional administration and the public to support the initiative. Egremachel is located 7 kilometers southwest of Mendefera. In other news, the Asmara School of Assistant Nurses, located in Adhalo, graduated 348 students, including 84% female graduates, at a ceremony held today at the Expo compound. The students received both theoretical and practical training over the course of 18 months. Mr. Berkhat Gebreselassie, director of the school, noted that the institution began providing training at the Teachers Training Center in Asmara in 2023 before relocating to Adhalo. He added that the students had undergone practical training at various health facilities. Sister Alganesh Takhle-Gergis, head of the Human Resources Development Branch at the Ministry of Health, stated that assistant nursing schools in Mendefera, Ginda, Barantu and Asmara are contributing significantly to the country's healthcare system by producing skilled assistant nurses. Dr. Burhane Debru, Acting Director General of Policy, Planning and Human Resources Development at the Ministry of Health, noted that around 700 assistant nurses have graduated from the 4 schools this year alone. He emphasized that the health profession requires skill, dedication, discipline, and integrity, urging graduates to continually enhance their knowledge and meet the expectation of the public that supported their education. During the event, certificates of merit were awarded to graduates, with special awards given to outstanding students. In related news, a 4-month sign language training program was conducted for youth and students in Barantu. The goal of the training was to equip them to assist citizens with hearing impairments in their daily lives. Ms. Suzy Burhane, chairperson of the National Association of the Hearing Impaired branch in the Gashbarka region, said the trainees came from across the region and urged them to contribute actively to the program's success. Mr. Franco Kubaba, Director General of Social Services in the region, and Mr. Marcos Germatzin, Acting Head of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, called for the continuation of the program to help alleviate the challenges faced by people with hearing impairments. In other news, Berrikh subzone in the central region was officially declared free of female genital mutilation on 30 April during a ceremony held under the theme with coordinated effort to avoid female genital mutilation. Mr. Tasfuf Sahatin, administrator of the subzone, stated that declarations has previously been made at village and area administration levels and that this milestone marks a subzonal level declaration. Colonel Gebrhannes Wolde-Georgis, Director General of Social Services in the Central Region, highlighted the serious health consequences of female genital mutilation and called for active involvement from all stakeholders to eradicate the practice. He also congratulated the residents of the subzone. Mr. Zerit Debrhan, Managing Director of the region, emphasized that making the declaration is not sufficient on its own and called on residents and institutions to ensure continuous monitoring and support for its sustainability. The event featured a general knowledge competition among students. Prizes were awarded to the winners and certificates of recognition were presented to villages that declared themselves free of females' genital mutilation. Dear viewers, do stay tuned for our international news right after the short break. Welcome back. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban reminded that Ukraine has no chance of becoming part of the European Union without Budapest's approval on 4th May. The Hungarian leader also criticized the European Union's goal of admitting Ukraine by 2030. All European Union member states must unanimously approve any new country joining the bloc. Hungary has repeatedly cited widespread graft and minority rights issues as reasons to oppose Ukraine's fast-track membership. Moreover, Hungary claims that joining Ukraine to the European Union may cause political, economical and security issues. Ukraine, which has designated European Union membership as a national priority, formally applied to join the bloc in February 2022. Now, today's final international news. Iranian and Saudi officials have jointly affirmed their commitment to Syria's sovereignty and territorial integrity and condemned the Israeli military aggression against the Arab nation as destabilizing and unlawful. They emphasized that such actions undermined regional stability and violated the international norms. Moreover, they stated that the attacks aimed to destroy the defensive, economic and infrastructural capabilities of an independent country. According to reports, Israel's regime, which claims that it is having planned to spread out in Syria, have been airstriking on Syria, destroying around 80 main targets. Meanwhile, it's reported that Israel is sending new units to the sovereign territory of Syria to distribute its military presence in the country. Dear viewers, we are done with the news prepared for this session, and now it's time for a quick recap of the major headlines. Commissioner of Culture and Sports visit. Asmara School of Assistant Nurses graduates 348 students. Prime Minister Viktor Orban claims no Ukraine in European Union without Budapest's approval. And Iran and Saudi Arabia stress strong support for Syria's territorial integrity amid Israeli aggression. Ladies and gentlemen, that was all for tonight. Thank you for joining us and have a blessed one.